We know some New Yorkers are going through a particularly tough time as individuals. And in this case, I'm referring to homeless New Yorkers, people who live on the streets. Those 3,000 or 4,000 people at any given day who are permanently homeless. We have been trying intensely in recent years to bring them in. And in this crisis, again, new ideas are coming to the fore that are actually allowing us to reach people in whole new ways. And I'm going to report something to you that's pretty amazing today. You know, last night was only the second night in which subways were closed down in those very late night hours for cleaning. And therefore, all passengers had to leave the subway system. And that meant that our Department of Homeless Services and our outreach workers and specially trained NYPD officers could be there in places where there were a number of homeless folks to help them out and offer them a helping hand and offer them a place to come in and get the support they need. Yesterday, we talked about very, very impressive progress that was made just on the first night. But of course, the question is, okay, well, what's going to happen the second night, the third night? What does this really tell us? Well, the results on the second night were even better than the first night, which is very encouraging. Last night, our outreach teams engaged 361 homeless New Yorkers coming out of the subways when they shut down. 218 of them, well over half, accepted help. Again, this is the entire core principle of doing this outreach work, to constantly open that door for those who are homeless to realize there's something else that could be done to make their life better. There's a different way they could pursue. 218 out of 361 accepted help. That meant 196 went to a safe haven or a shelter. 22 went to a hospital. Remember, a lot of homeless folks out there need medical care. It's about helping them feel the confidence that they can come in and get help. This is an amazing result. Now, we got a long road ahead, but this is an amazing result.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.